Epic Games have just launched a new character into FORTNITE, and I'm going to paint them. I've spent 30 hours designing 10 layers for this character. 10 freaking layers! When you figured out who it is, smash that repost button, and I know you've got it. Shock black for the first layer. Ketchup, shock red. Gravel grey, roof grey, royal red, hazelnut, nougat, sandy beige, and the last layer is shock white. Now I'm going to cover the whole background in ketchup red. By the way, if you haven't reposted yet, this is a massive clue. Just a little white around the edge to help him pop off. Crackle black. Little mist action around the edge here. Logomatize it. Squiggle mad diggle. And boom. Sheesh. Yeah, that's right. NFL legend Patrick Mahomes is available in-game right now. And he's got some sick outfits. It's time for the Rack of Destiny. What can I make of Gleaming Pink and Niagara? And I don't know what to do. If in doubt, spray stuff. But why though? Why did I just do this? Just hold on a second. I have a potentially dangerous or brilliant idea. So using this piece of card, we're going to make magical things happen. So if I come in here, I should be able to... Yeah, that's parody. Another big old guy. Just like that. Oh, I love it.
My money don't jiggle jiggle.
Let's put some gravel grey on here. With some of that on the brush, I'm going to start joining them up. Really is no method to this madness, just do what you like. I think we'll have some highlights around these guys. Maybe some swirliness. Why? I don't know. Flowers do this sometimes, right? Well, in my world they do, okay? So if you got a problem with that, just tell me in the comments. Here's something that might not work. Niagara and pink leaves. I'm taking an old CD disc and I'm going to use that for the centre of each flower. Just a touch of white over that. Sticky! Flick some stuff, because that's what I do. Squiggle mad diggle. And boom. Not what I thought I'd end up with, but I like it. Painting for the Queen. Goes without saying that this is the greatest of honours. I'm going to spray paint the Honda Civic Type R from Rocket League. Here's how I do it. The first thing I do is redraw the original image and split it down into its different colour groups. Then I cut them all out of this acetate film, and that's how we're going to make all the different layers. I also create these registration marks so each layer will line up perfect. Now I'm just weighing it down at all the edges to make sure we don't get any underspray. First layer is this yellow cab, so let's get that laid down. Now when I'm removing a layer, I take extra care to make sure it comes off in one piece and I don't drag it. Now this next layer is shock yellow. Now the black, shock white, stealth grey, and a little chilly red for that Type R touch. Now I want signal red across the background. Now I'm going to cover the whole thing in black. Scruntle up my magazine paper. I'm going to lay it on here and swipe through this black to reveal some nice texture. Little clear coat right here. Just add in a pinch of seasoning. Remember guys, you can get this card right now in the Season 8 Rocket Pass. Big double boom coming up. Boom. Ooh, and boom. Yo, 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 that's sick.
Drop in and just smack the lip.
Celsius energy, you say? There is one problem though. I've never tried it. Okay. Yo!
The most electrifying man in sports and entertainment.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Bruh.
Double rainbow all the way across the sky. Drop in and just
Skadoosh. Schloop, schloop, schloop. I had no idea where I was going with this, but I can tell you that that made me feel like that.
Holy ravioli!
Dude, Batman!
What gives you the right? What's the difference between you and me?
I'm not wearing hockey pants! I've already cut out this big Batman, so I'm just giving it a quick outline and then take it off. I've left the symbol cut out his chest, you'll see why in a second. Okay, using my straight edge here, I'm just marking out 2 lines either side of the bat symbol. I'm coming in with some flame blue all over here. A couple little blasts of this true cyan. Now I want all of this covered in black. Sticky! This is Gotham at night, so we need a few little stars. Back in with the flame blue, one streak up here and one up here. Now using the lines I made earlier, I just want 2 little streaks of yellow cab. On guard. Now I can use my scraper here to start building Gotham City. Now with some black, I'm just going to shade out the bottom of these buildings so I can add another layer. This next layer of buildings can afford to be a lot bigger. And one more layer, why not? Okay, so a bit more flame blue down here. Now we want to grab this guy, lay him down right here. Bit of Nautilus blue down here. Bavaria blue just next to that. Bit of that true cyan and just there. And some white right down the middle. Now we're going to dip that down and give it a little jiggle, just left to right.
My money don't jiggle jiggle.
I'm just shading in some of these darker edges. With this guy, I just want to line up my waterline here and just shoot it with some white to give myself a misty waterline. I have a villain right here and it's going to be the Joker. So take some sweet dreams and just lay that down here. Some greenery just on top of that. And some black just over the top of all that. Grab the weekly and crumple it. Shaping it up into something like this, and I'm just going to give it the draggy right down here. And across here. Now with my palette knife, I'm just coming in and adding all the rest of the detail here.
Holy ravioli!
I've gone for Heath Ledger's Joker here, which is obviously the best one. Now with some magic white, I just want to add some mist to the base of my painting. Now this needs to be drier than Gandhi's flip-flop. Hockey pants. Now I want some yellow cab right in my bat hole. Now I want a lot of the background covered in this sweet dreams, but I also want some of this acid green just poking out the edge of Batman. I'm going to cover the whole thing in crackle white. Now we just smash it with a bit of heat. Yeah, boy! Of course, not forgetting to squiggle my diggle. And boom. Oh, jeez, that is fire.
I am 100% not wearing hockey pants. Some men just want to watch the world burn.
Now you have to do the Joker. Oh, do I now? I have to do it, do I? Yes. If anyone likes and shares this video now, it's because they know about stencil work, because they know the pain. First, I want a quick outline, just so I know where my Joker is going to be. Now, this first layer is going to be blue velvet. Now some King's Purple, just to add the highlights to that. Now to start his hair and his jacket, I want Smaragd Green. Now some of this lighter green for the highlights to all that. Now for all his skin tones, I'm going to start with some of this Wall Grey. Now he's got some playing cards in his hand, and I've just decided I want a little bit more detail on those. I think this Gravel Grey will give some nice contrast here. This is getting really finicky now. You want to know how I got these scars? So these last 2 layers are where the magic happens. Good old white and black. Now I've got him covered, ready for the background. So for the next part, I want to light up this bat symbol. It's going to be behind the Joker. A quick outline around that and just remove it. I want some Easter yellow, yellow cab, little shock orange, ketchup red, and some black over all of that. I want to grab the weekly and just use it to make a little bit of fire here. Hockey pads. Now that's all the way down, I want to bring everything on the outside back to white. Now we're laying crackle black across the whole thing.
There's a spider in my hair. Help.
This line from the movie is perfect for this piece. I feel like I could have my best painting this year here. Okay, let's squiggle my diggle. Big triple boom coming up. Boom, boom, and boom. Are you freaking kidding me right now? It's official. I'm in love with this. I'm definitely going to do prints of it. Comment what's next.
Oh my god, it's full on!
This is a custom painting for Leo in Nottingham, and somehow I've got to fit the whole solar system on this one page. Now to make this as accurate as possible, I've aligned all of the planets in kind of the right order, at kind of the right size, to the right scale. So if I peel this guy off, they should line up in roughly the right place. The sun goes there. Okay, let's start off the sun with some Easter yellow, bit of yellow cab, some Campari orange, and some red orange. And with my magazine paper, I'm just going to muddle that up a bit. For Jupiter, I want some palish brown, a little sand across the middle, cover that in cappuccino. With my finger, I'm just going to give it some swipes. Beautiful! Now I'm going to start Earth with a little hazelnut brown, some of this greenery over the top of that, scrumple up the weekly, get some texture on there, and we'll come back to that. Get a little shadow on Jupiter. Saturn's kind of like Jupiter, but it's darker at each end, and like lighter towards the middle. Cappuccino right there, and sand over everything. And we'll do the swipey thing again. Yeah, nice, I like that. Just a little shadow around here. I can't remember what Venus looks like. Why does Venus look like tiger bread? Maybe try some saffron yellow right here. Bit of a darker yellow just up this corner. And some red orange. Let's get a real edgy part here and try and make tiger bread. To scale, I will take that. Shadow and a little highlight, why not? Okay, coming back to Earth here, I'm gonna tear this up and we're making continents. That is 100% accurate. I want some ultramarine around this side and sky blue around here. Let's flick these guys off. Come on, Australia. Let's go now. Now on here, I want some white. Load up this little sponge and we add the weather. You didn't believe me when I said this was accurate. What if I was to tell you that this is the Gulf of Mexico and this is the South Pole? Shadow. Okay, for Mars, I want some royal red, little shot red, some black over that. Quick muddle with the weekly and peel it off. Shadow. Ta-da! Got my bespoke planet stencils here, so let's get them all laid down. Now I'm just weighing everything down with some nuts, bolts and stones and anything really. For the rings on Saturn, I want some sand here and here. And Uranus, fresh blue here and here. Now I want the whole painting covered in black. Now I want some of this light blue just around the sun here. Bavaria blue just around the edge of that. And some ultramarine just around the edge of all that. Oh yeah, you knew it was coming. Sticky! Just a few stars, not too many. I want it to be as realistic as possible. I want some transparent orange just around where the sun is. And same again with transparent yellow. Now I need to do the rings on Saturn and Uranus. To do that, I'm going to fold up this piece of card, like so. Cut it down to the size that I want it. Cut that in half. And I just want to cut a few little notches in it. This is what's going to make the rings. And we have a skadoosh. Okay, let's start with Saturn. Hit it with a little bit of clear. And with the skadoosh, we just line it up and skadoosh. Skadoosh. Same with Uranus, but slightly lighter. And we'll just finish this off with a couple shooting stars. One here, here, and here. Squiggle my diggle and see how it looks. Boom, 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 and boom. Behold the system of solar. Hope you love it, Leo.
Nobody's gonna know.
Sticky. Samantha's husband is a US Army veteran, so we're going to make something for him. First, I want the American flag. America, fuck yeah, out in the game, save the motherfucking day. Because this flag is waving, there's some natural curves to it. So if I take some Mystic Black, I'm just going to add to that with some shading. Okay, moving on. And we want a sunset kind of vibe. So I'm going to start with some clouds right around here. I think I'll have the sun around here somewhere, and for that I need this guy. Whale! Yeah, right there should be good. Start with some royal red just around the bottom side. A little ketchup and shock orange. And a little yellow cab just around the top part right here. Just a little muddle inside of there. And a smidgen of Easter yellow. Now I want more clouds going right across here. And we're going to tint those out just to keep the sunset vibes going. I want that glow around the sun to be really intense. Now on here I want some black with some on the brush. I'm going to start getting some mountain ranges just peeking up. Okay, let's get these guys filled in. Okay, you're done. Let's add some white to this black. And what do you know? It makes grey. The dark side of the mountains is going to be anything outside of where the light source is coming from. So that's this side, basically. And that's what our grey's for. Now for the light side, I want my sunset colours. I'm going to start off with this red-orange colour. Melon yellow. Okay, you're done. Now using the rest of this white, I think I'll have some mini waterfalls. One right here And another one here. And maybe some trees and bushes around those. I feel like we need some highlights here because this is all a bit flat. Okay, now with some magic white, we're going to just add some mist to the base of these mountains. Back in with the black, and I'm just going to add a little tree line down here. Having a really flat-ended brush is super useful for this. Just a little more mist and another layer. Now I want this guy. I'm going to put him down right here. Ultramarine here and here. Ketchup red here and here. Shock orange. Easter yellow. And some white just down the middle. But will it blend? As always, that is the question. I hate this, but I'm sure I can save it. Bit of mist up here. Okay, I can work with this. So first I want to make the waterfalls more splashy. Use some of this spare white and just make some little ripples and stuff going on. This is nearly always my answer if the water doesn't blend properly. Okay, I think we might have saved this now. This is too blue, so I'm just using some transparent to shade it out a bit. Now I need this drier than a Mormon wedding. This is Samantha's husband, and I redrew him so that I can make a stencil. Let's lay our hero down right here. A few little highlights. Little something to stand on. Final bit of mist. Squiggle mad diggle. And boom. Yo, that turned out awesome. I hope you love it too, and thank you for your service. Oh, you already know what it is. Let's put a big old moon up here. With the spare piece of card, I'm just going to shoot it with the black until we get some dribblies. A little white on there. Grab the weekly and give it a smash. That's going to create our craters. A little bit of roof grey. Crumple up our weekly. Give it a little smooth over and peel it off. Now I'm just going to fade it out with white until I'm happy. Now with some Mystic Black, I'm just going to put a shadow around here like that. Grab the old Bolarama and put them down here. Now with some black up top. Now with some ultramarine, I'm just going to blend it out. Well, yeah, sticky. Just a few little stars up top. Let's take you off. Oh, she's a beauty. Now turn up this piece of card with the white. Just going to shoot through it. Create some clouds. Nice. Now with this Mystic Black, I'm just going to give some depth to these clouds. And rinse and repeat. Now on here, I want some black. And with some on the brush, I'm just going to get the first big mountain peak going here. Okay, let's fill this guy in. Get some white in here. I'm going to use this grey colour for the dark side of my mountains. Just giving it a little tickle. Ultramarine on here. And this with a few white highlights is going to make up my light side. Yeah. With a new piece of card, I'm going to dip. Mixing in with that blue, which is fabulous. I want to make sure these peaks are nice and snow-capped. Back in with the clouds. Just across here. Okay, this is TikTok, so attention, Spanny owners. Grab this guy. Gonna lay him down right here. Now I want a little black here and here. Ultramarine here and here. And a little white in the middle. Will it blend? That is the question. Shoot my straight edge for a misty waterline. Okay, you're done. Now with some magic white, gonna put some mist at the base of these mountains. Ultramarine right across here like that. Touch of light blue just across that. Cover all that in black. Grab the weekly and give it a crumple. I'm just going to drag it across the page like that. Dragarino. Now with this palette knife, I'm just going to carve some detail into this. Make it look all 3D and awesome. Dopius Maximos. Okay, one more line of black just across the bottom here. Just add our star of the show. Last bit of mist down here. Swiggle my diggle. And boom. Oh yeah. Do you want to see baby Groot dancing in front of a pink nebula? You know what? I think we can do that. You want to start off with a big planet, like really big. Outline that right there. And some of this darker pink right over from here. Some frozen strawberry right around here. And some black down here. Some white right around here. Now on the little weekly and crumple it up. Just give that a little smootherino right here and peel it off. And some white over the top of that just for the highlight. A black shadow curved right around here like that. And this is what we want right here, the texture. Now this is dry enough for the bowl, which is going right here. Back in with the pink, and I'm just going to put it all over here. And frozen strawberry just on top of that. I'm just going to place the weekly down and peel it up. Just want to muddle that paint up as much as I can. Yes, it is happening. Okay, now I want to start adding some black just up the sides of this nebula. Okay, that is roughly the shape I want. Sticky! This is the base layer of stars, and we're going to add multiple layers to get some depth. Lazy Susan. I'm always tearing up card to make these cloud kind of shapes, and we're going to use these to surround the nebula. Just shooting the white through it. Now as I go, I'm going to add some gleaming pink just to layer up these clouds and give them a bit more life. Sticky! So you've got these stars behind the colour, and when I add these on, these will really pop now. Now I want a white shine going right around this edge of the planet. The sun is out, so we're going to utilise the UV radiation. I've cut out the silhouette of baby Groot doing his little dance. There's some black down here. With some on the trusty brush, I'm just going to give him something to stand on. Even just using the brush in the right way will add texture and depth to the foreground. I think Groot would probably like some, little bushes and reeds around him. His own kind. I'm just going to carve a few little highlights into the edge of Groot here and into the land right here too. Final bit of mist down here. Squiggle mad diggle. And boom. Hey, well happy, isn't he? I am Groot.
Super Saiyajin Got Super Saiyajin. 私は正しい世を作り上げる。
Can you do the Joker and Harley Quinn? Alright, let's go. I think we'll put them inside of a heart to celebrate the most dysfunctional relationship of all time. Now on the Joker's side we'll have acid green with a little purple in there. On Harley's side we'll have some fluorescent fire red, a few shots of flame blue in there. And we'll cover the whole thing in black. Now some white going up here like that and here like that. Tint of the green and the red. Sticky! Flick a few little stars on. On guard. Now I'm going to start building Gotham City. A little of the purple here and the blue here. Shade those in with some black. And the next layer. And some final shading right at the bottom. Okay, now I want this guy. I'm going to use him to block off this bottom part. Building things so I can paint with one hand. A little black here and here. Streak of purple, streak of red, white right through the middle. But will it blend? That is the question. What the hell is that? That's better. Just going to shade down these edges right here. Back in with the white. I'm just going to shoot my straight edge to give myself a misty waterline. Okay, nice. That's Spray Shack HQ and we've got a stencil to make. I've got the image of Harley Quinn and the Joker I like and I'll show you how to cut it out on one of these. So I'm in Cricut Design Space and I'm going to use the upload button. Choose my image here and hit open. I always pick complex image. I don't know why. Now I'll pick the color select tool and I want to take out all the white. And this bit in here, we'll deal with that later. Now select it as a cut image and add it to the canvas. And before we cut this out, we've got to deal with this little island right here. Because if we don't do something, then when we cut the stencil out, it will just fall straight out. What I like to do is pick a shape. We're just going to pick a square. I'm going to size that down and make it basically like a line. I'm going to drag it over here to connect our island to the outside of the image. Now I've got both my line and the image selected. I'm going to hit this little slice button down here. Yeah. And what that does is make my square slash line now cut through the main image. So when I drag it away, no more island. Now just bring it down to the size I want and we're ready to cut. For my stencils, I use this acetate film, but you can easily use mylar or just the poster board that you've normally paint on. I use a fine point blade, but I increase the pressure to more just to make sure it cuts through. I want to add Harley and the Joker right here. Just want their silhouette, so we're doing it in black. I want to give them something to stand on, just like a little rock or something. On top of that, I'm going to spray a little bit of white. And with a palette knife, I'm just going to carve out some rocks in the foreground that will bring the colours through, which will look awesome. Faint mist at the bottom of those. Dry! Now I've got this big love heart, which is going right over Gotham. I want this side of the heart to be covered in this infra purple, and this side in this neon blue. Now I'm going to cover the whole thing in crackle black. Now we just smash it with a bit of heat. Yeah, boy! Of course, we need to squiggle that diggle. And boom! Yeah, it looks awesome now. But check this out. Oh yeah! Glow level 9 million. Woo. Here's how I vandalised the Guild Esports HQ in London by showing them one of my favourite video games, The Last of Us. Plus, the show is coming to Sky in early 2023, so I thought they could use this anyway. First, I painted the Firefly logo with some straight edges and masking tape until I got the right shape. Filled that in and started on the letters. These were a bit trickier because they've got a bit of an edge to them, so I used a brush and some emulsion to get the desired effect. I think people are excited about the show because they just kept stopping to talk to me, and one person even thought I was a real Firefly, which is pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. As well as executing the painting itself, we spent a couple of days filming all over London to create a really awesome story about this piece of art and the show coming to Sky. Click the link in the caption if you want to check it out. So I have this friend, right? He's got two loves in his life. His dog and Black Panther. Okay, I want Black Panther on this side, so let's start marking that out. Black Panther is going to be pretty monochromatic, starting with this stealth grey, roof grey, some of this iron curtain, and of course a little white, which is going to be coming from our light source over here. I think I want to start with a massive great moon up here. Let's get it outlined first. I don't say this often, but I think it might be a bit too big. I'm going to take some iron curtain and I want it down here and all over here. I'm going to hit this piece of card with the black until it gives me some nice little dribbles. I'm going to grab some of the weekly here and just give those a little squash. Let's go over that with a little gravel grey and some white. Scrumple up that weekly and use it to create a little texture on the face of the moon. Yeah. Now I'm using the white to fade that back down and brighten up our moon. Let's get this bad boy dry. The fire will actually burn the paint and make the moon slightly yellow, which is perfect. Cheese. Okay, now I'm going to cover everything in black. I'm going to leave this part because I might do something else with it, but I might not. Where is the white? Aha, yes. Here we go. Sticky. Just flicking a few stars over the top of the sky. And a little bit of atmosphere around my moon here. Let's check that out. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Normally have a few cloud stencils kicking about. I'm just going to go all the way across the piece with a few little clouds. Just layer those up with a bit of Mystic Black. With a little clear coat, I'm just going to wet all this back up again. Now let's build up a little city for Black Panther to watch over. Just dragging up and down and across, make the buildings look 3D, and I'm also going to highlight the edges just to make them pop off. Now if I shade this section with some black, I can add another layer of buildings. The closer the buildings are, the bigger they're going to get. Squiggly line for this guy. Okay, one more layer.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Now I want black all down here. From here, I'm just going to create some water. It gets fatter as it gets close to the bottom. Do this side too. Yeah, if I shoot the straight edge here, I should be able to create a little bit of a water line just to add a bit more depth. I think we'll have a little bridge as well, going right across. Okay, some downy things. I still don't know what these are called. Okay, now I want some black on the old broom. And I just want a little piece of land going down the bottom here. I've cut out a picture of his dog so we can create the silhouette. Hey, there he is. Need the loop for his ear, and I think we'll put a little highlight around this side. A final bit of mist to the foreground here. Now all that's left to do is squiggle that diggle. You all ready for this? Boom. Oh yeah, Black Panther and the dog. That looks awesome.